Good morning, all. So I'm here to tell a small story. It's my own story actually. So I was around like sixth standard, I guess. My dad came to me and said that, son, you have to be successful in your life. I said, sure, dad, I'll be successful in my life. I said, and he told me, to be successful, you need to do a roadmap will be there, Gautam. So you have to follow this roadmap. I said, okay, dad, so what is that? And he told me, there is a generational formula for success, Gautam, and you have to follow that. So my dad told me that. So I'm telling you this. So if you follow these four steps, you'll be successful in your life. He told me this actually. So I told, okay, dad, so what it is actually? He told me, number one, you have to go to school. And number two, he told me, you have to get a good degree, man. And number three, he told, you have to get a good job. And I asked finally, what is this fourth thing, dad? And he told me, son, you have to do that for next 30 to 40 years and retire at the age of 60. And I'm his favorite son actually. So what I said, I was thinking like 2 to 3 minutes and said, okay, dad, I'm sure I will be successful in my life. But one thing which I didn't share with my dad is that I always wanted to be a creative person in life. I didn't want to follow some other's roadmap or some other's life actually. But I said, okay, I want to be a good son too. So I said, okay, dad, I will follow your rules and be successful. And guess what? I went to school. I had very good marks actually. And to be honest. And number two, he asked me to get a good degree. And guess what? I got 2 degrees actually. So I did my engineering and as well as my MBA. And he asked me, son, you're halfway. You are midway actually. So all you have to do is just 2 more steps. And I said, okay, dad, I will just do it. And guess what again? So I got a very good job with a very good CTA. And one fine day, I still remember that day. I still remember. It was like around like September 2020. My professor called me at around like 8 a.m. actually in the morning. I was sleeping actually. And I picked the phone and I said, sir, yeah, tell me. I said, congratulations, Gautam, you got selected. And guess what? You are the first person in this batch to be selected, to get placed. I said, oh, okay. And I was just nervous actually because one side I have something creative in my mind, another side I have my dad's dream. And he asked me, okay, give your phone to your dad. With all hesitation, I gave my phone to my dad. And he said, sir, your son is placed actually. I said, he came to me. I still remember this moment. He came to me. So I'm so happy. This was what all I was dreaming of. I said, okay, dad, I'll go to a job right now. And within a month, I went to my job. It was my first day. It was my very first day and my manager came to me and said that, congratulations, Gautam, you got placed. And within 5 years, I want to be in my seat. I said, sure, I'll be in your seat within 5 years. And as soon as I said, he said, this is your place, go sit, start working. As soon as I sat in my place, I started hearing voices. There was something in my mind actually. From my childhood, it's like, I said you right, I used to be a creative person. But my dad wanted me to follow the Indian dream. So you know what is called as Indian dream actually? So getting a very good job or a government job, doing that for next 30 to 40 years, get your family financially stable. This was the dream which was taught to me by my dad. And I said, as soon as I sat, I started hearing voices, I told you, right? As soon as I started hearing voices, and again, my dad's face flashed in me. Son, you should never come out of this job. I have worked 30 long years to get this where you are right now. And with heavy heart, I started working there. But within like 4 to 5 months of time, I was not able to do that. One fine morning, I went to my manager and said, sir, I'm not going to do this job. I'm quitting the job. Just like that. I didn't have any prior information. I just went directly to him and said, I'm not going to do this job. I don't want to do it. And he asked me, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to create videos actually. And he laughed at me. I still remember this point. There were around like 10 to 12 employees sitting there and they were laughing at me because my CTA was that much actually. At that time, I was a boy from a very small town. To me, that much amount of money is very huge actually. But with all confidence and hope, I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And as soon as I gave the resignation, I came back to my town. Within like 5 to 6 hours, I came back to my hometown. And I came to my dad and said, Dad, I quit the job, but I'm pretty sure I will figure it out. I will make sure I'll make you proud one day or the other. And he laughed at me and said, I'll give you, I'll give you just 3 months of time. Within this 3 months, you have to prove me something. If you're not proving me anything, you're gonna go back to your job or find a new job. I laughed at him and said, sure, I will do something. But life is completely different. Life is so unpredictable. As soon as I started working, within a month, I lost my dad. It was quite disturbing me. I was not ready for that. My family was not ready for that actually. It was something haunting every single night. I was not able to remember my dream, my creative process, nothing. Because all was there was about my dad. And one fine day, I started to think what I'm going to do after this. Because I left the job, it is like around 3 to 4 months of time. No one is going to give the job because now, right now, it is a lockdown. What I'm going to do? And again, same like my dad, my relatives, my mom, my brother, all of them came and sat around me and said, Gowtham, right now we are not financially stable. I'm telling you very clearly with your face. So you have to go to a job because it's highly impossible for us to sustain not more than a month. We cannot sustain more than a month. I told them with brave heart and told them, no, I will figure it out. What I did, every single time my dad used to tell me that there is a generational formula for success. I saw that he was giving his lens to me, this perspection. He was wanted me to see through his lens, which was given to him by his dad. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do this. What I thought, I wanted to switch the lens. I want to craft my own lens and see the life through my lens. Then I started creating videos. I was doing that for 13 to 14 hours every single day. I didn't stop till now. It is like around 6 years of time. I still remember this picture actually. It was after my dad's death, I think after like 1 month. I was randomly clicking pics actually. I started creating videos in my phone, then through my camera, and I was about to change my life completely. Then everyone saw my camera as a device actually, but I saw that this lens could reshape many people's life. Because I wanted to prove that you don't have to follow any 10-step rule or 7-step rule to get success. I wanted to prove that you can do your own thing and taste success. I wanted to prove that. And I kept doing videos after videos. And one fine day I started hearing again voices. There were a lot of creators around this space. I switched the lens to a different lens. I crafted my own lens. I started doing a different lens. But again, at that point, many were doing the same thing. Guess what? I wanted to do a different thing again. I wanted to create a new lens again actually. Then again, I switched the lens. What I did, I saw there is a gap between teenagers actually. They were having a lot of problems in life. I wanted to solve those problems actually. I thought through solving the problems, I can make more money. There was a gap between communication skills. People wanted to be good at communication. They wanted to be good at their interviews. They want to have a good pitching stage. If they are an entrepreneur, they want to convey good things to their employees. So I started creating videos regarding communication skills. Then about self-improvement. Many didn't know what is self-improvement. They thought there is also a 10-step rule you have to follow to be self-improvement actually. I wanted to break the myth and I started creating videos based upon self-improvement. And again, many were thinking that working for 14 hours is called as productivity. Doing like 10 different things is productivity. And guess what? I want to break that myth again. I wanted to make sure people are doing the right thing at the right time. And I said them that is productivity and I saw a lot of people's problem. And through that, I started making money. And as a creator, I realized one thing. I know stories can reshape the system, can shape the system actually. There is a system which we are living actually right now. There is a system which the youth of the nation are living. So they are the future. So I wanted to make sure they are living in the proper system. That is creating their own system. and living by that actually. So then what? I was again stumbled actually. And from creator, I moved to an authority actually. So from that point, I was able to inspire a lot of people and make a good life out of it. From this point, what I'm trying to say is, in life, you cannot change your circumstances always. No, it is not possible. Because you are living in a society, you are living in an environment, you are living in a place which is not under your control. You cannot control the things which are around you. But you can start seeing through different lenses. You can start giving a new perspective to the things. So that is what I wanted to share with you. And in life, see, life is not easy at all. You all know that. One way or the other, through semesters, through scoldings, through some relationships, you will have heavy, like a lot of things happening around your life. So whenever there is a pressure, you will have a lot of pressure in doing things, in exam, in relationship, with your father, with your mother. You will have a lot of pressure in life. But don't see it as a pressure. See it as potential. When there is a pressure, there is a breakthrough. And you will have a lot of rejections. Without getting rejections, you will never ever taste success. If you are doing that, maybe it is for like one in a million. But you will have a lot of rejections in life. Lot of rejections. Maybe you would have failed, you would have rejected an interview, in a job interview, or you would have like failed in an exam. That's fine. That's fine. Just try seeing it as a redirection purpose. Because whenever there is a rejection, don't see it as a failure. Always see it as a redirection. Okay, this didn't work for me. I'll change my direction. I'll do something else. Life will never ever stop there. And in life, you will have a lot of chaos around you. Chaos of maybe your girlfriend, maybe your family, maybe your manager, or maybe your employees. You will have a lot of chaos in life. But try see it as creation. Because everything is new and everything you can change it actually. From that point, what I'm trying to say is, in life, you don't have to follow some other's path, some other's roadmap in life. You can create and craft your roadmap. You are not having any solid percentage of or winning percentage in moving towards an already laid road. But you can create your own path so that you will be controlling your own path. And I told you, there is something called as an Indian dream. So this Indian dream, you can build your Indian dream. And finally, before like closing my speech, actually finishing my speech, I want to ask you two questions, just two questions. Through whose lens are you seeing your life? Is it yours or someone else? If it is someone else, please don't follow that, because you cannot undo one thing in your life. That is time, the moment which you have lived. When you're 40 or 50, if you turn back, you have to be happy in your life that you have come a long way. You should not regret in your deathbed. So understand this one thing: through whose lens are you seeing your life? And if you're ready to build your own lens and ready to see life through your own lens, are you ready to build your own empire? Because I am the living example for that. I didn't do any traditional or conventional way. I created my own path, and right now it is possible. You can achieve a lot of things in life, like standing here and giving a TEDx talk. I think something I have like given to you all. Thank you for having me here. Thanks a lot.